Welcome to
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
talk about so many different things
How you
related to
been?
life and living and all
What's
sorts of
going
different
on?
testimonies, all these different
What's
people, all
good?
different storylines.
Are you
Please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check it out.
Somebody
Leave a
getting it
like
for
on
you?
YouTube and reviews are welcome.
What's
Just hit the
going
red button at the top
on,
and
people?
follow me on Instagram. See you
Subscribe to
later.
my channel.
What's good, people? It is a day of another day that we call Thursday. And with it being said, what's gonna, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, and knocking down doors and making your dreams come true and practicing ignore. Now I want to talk to you about something. I don't know if anyone of you ever thought about and stuff, and basically I want to share this with you. Hashtag
We love transgender parents. Give your transgender parent a hug. You don't know what they've been through for you. You don't know how much they love you. They didn't put you out on the street like others to die. They wanted you to have a fulfilled life. Give your transgender parent a hug. Let them know that you love them. Let them know that you care. Because they love you so much. And they want you to be happy. We love transgender parents. Hashtag we love transgender parents. Hashtag we love transgender parents. Put it down in the comment sections. Hashtag we love transgender parents.
And this is the reason why I'm saying this. Let me tell you something. In case you don't know this, I'm going to tell you what happens. We always talk about the transgender stuff like that. We don't understand a lot of times when it comes to the parents as far as being a transgender, a parent of a transgender. Now, when I say this, I'm talking to the ones that's basically supportive as far as their child. I'm not really talking to the ones who don't support, but I do want you to look on so maybe you could educate yourself and see what you should have done when it came to your child. I know we can talk about different things in reference to gay people, stuff like that, but we're not going to stay on that topic. We're going to talk about transgender people. As a transgender person, when a parent has a transgender child, first of all, they kind of really understand what's going on with their child. Their child acts a little different, stuff like that. They know their child not identifying with the gender that basically she put or he put in a birth certificate. They act the opposite of what they look like. So the parent kind of pick up on this stuff like that. And some parents will sit up being supportive and try to help correct the child in reference to, if this is what you say or this is who you say you are, I'm going to help you become who you are. Versus the ones who sit up there and say, well, since you say you're that way, if you're not by my rules, you get out of my house and throw them on the street. But we're not going to talk about them. We're going to talk about the ones who support him. This is the thing I want you to share with you. When a parent suspects, and the most time when they find out that their child is trans, basically they have a conversation and stuff. Some do research and stuff, and they learn that the statistics of transgender people, there are 41% of transgender people have tried to commit suicide within themselves, and we're talking about children as well. We're not even focusing on as adults, but we're talking about as children as well. The one thing you may not understand is when they know that their child is different, they have a conversation with people to try to get feedback and find out what's going on with their child to help their child have a better life. As an adult, they already know how this world could be very wicked and mean. Now, when they go express these things to people, people say, oh, it's just a phase, they'll grow out of it. They grow, well, my child is not growing out of it. So then someone gets a suggestion of taking to a camp, basically take away things, beat them, stuff like that. You think you could beat it out of them. So they have to get those type of advice to hear these things. Now, they looking at their child, they see their child who they are, and they got all these advice from people that don't really know what it's like to be a transgender person. This is the thing. When that mother or father have a trans child, and they know their child is being depressed, stuff like that, they watch the feedback, what people say to them, they hear it. They hear the negative things people say about negative things people say. And the one thing you don't understand, what some of you may understand and some will not, when you have a child that's trans, the suicide rate is crazy. This is what happens. They go around, they say, Mommy, I'm depressed, or Daddy, I'm depressed, I'm sad. And it's why you're depressed. Parents try to support them. Listen, somebody's picking on me in school, somebody's doing this, and they say, well, listen, Mommy loves you, or Poppy loves you. don't worry about it, just a bad person, you know, they support their child, let them know that they're loved and they are embraced. But I'm going to tell you something that you may not know. Do you realize that people that are very negative can get in that child's head more deep into the parents? Do you realize that? Do you realize no matter how much that parent is very supportive, that person, that adult, or that child got inside that child's head, and even though these parents are saying, it's okay, baby, it's okay, it's fine, mommy or papi loves you, don't worry about it, they're not listening to them. Now what they'll do is they'll go, mommy had a good day at work, a good day at school, da-da-da. Okay, baby, you're going to fix your favorite food, okay, then. They go inside the room, they close their door, and they kill themselves. That is the most powerful thing if anyone could ever endeavor. They have to look at a child that just said they was happy, they said they was fine, and they killed themselves. They was one door away, one way walking down a hallway, and could have said, well, mama, go, but they didn't do that. So that's the thing people don't understand. They don't share that part, I'm about to kill myself, mommy or daddy, I'm about to go do it. They're like this really nice, sweet little kid that goes into that room and they close that door and it no longer opens anymore. They have to watch their child 24/7, keep going in the room, hey babe, what's going on? Just check up on them to make sure they ain't doing nothing. They keep walking the room, playing little games, knowing they really don't want to do it, but they have to go check up on them and have to play like they're being silly and stuff like that so the child don't catch on what they're doing. They're checking on their child to make sure the child is going to kill themselves because the parents heard what y'all said about her baby or his baby. The parents heard what they said about their child. So basically, they have this information already implanted in their head. I have to watch my baby. This is the thing. They go to their families and stuff like that. A lot of families are not supportive. Well, they're abomination. They're against God and stuff like that. So they have to lose family. They have to lose friends. They have to lose everybody by standing behind their child. They have to lose everything because they stand behind it. Not everything, but mostly everything that's because they stand behind their child. They get to the point that they want to share information about their child because they watch what people say. Secretly behind the door, the parents go through that door, they close the door, and they start crying. My baby. My baby. What are they going to do to my baby when my baby get out here? See, to us it's an adult, but that's their baby. Regardless of what age, gender, what the kids may be, not gender, but when they get to a certain, whether they trans man or trans woman, they're worried about my baby. Because they know this world is a mean world. They know this world can be a countless world. You don't have to be trans to be mean in this world. This world can just be mean. Now they're worried about their baby. But that's what? When their baby comes around, they can't show that part. They have to act like they're always so happy. You know why? Because if their baby sees that, they feed off that energy and stuff like that. Oh, I mean, my parents mad because of what I am. They may go and they may trigger the suicide again. So like I said before, hashtag we support transgender parents. Hashtag we support transgender parents. Because I'm going to tell you something. They go through way more than you ever can imagine. Now, imagine this. You're picking up your baby's clothes. The little outfit that he or she just was dancing and laughing, and you folding it up. Because you know what? Now you're putting it inside the bag. Because your baby is dead. Your baby is dead. Now the little shoes and the little toy stuff, you got to pick them all up and put them in the box. Do you know how devastating it is for one person to lose a child? Do you know how devastating that could possibly be? To sit up there, to pick up your baby toys and stuff like that, and put them in the box because your baby is dead. Not because of nothing you did, because what society did and got to that baby's mom and killed your baby. Then you got the same ones who said, do something to your child. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, you have my condolences. Oh, I have your condolences. You didn't support me when my baby was alive, but you want to support me now my baby dead. But I'm watching the same thing you did with me, with your child, that didn't go with my child. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything you told me to do to my child, you didn't do to yours. But now my baby said, well, don't put that in my place because your baby's dead and mine is alive. Oh, so we do that now because my baby's dead because I listened to you. I took your advice and now my baby is dead. Now I have to go through my life as far as listening to you. And I'm talking about only ones that support their child. I'm not talking about the ones who take your child and you just throw them on the streets and whatever happens, happens. Because your baby's inside of a building. Your baby's inside of a abandoned building. Your baby's on a stroll. Your baby's under the bridge. Your baby's about to be murdered. And you don't even care that you brought this person into this life. Then you'll say, well, what, you raped and stuff like that? Well, clearly, if you could throw your child on the street, then clearly you must have been raped when you had your child. Because that's why it was so easy for you to throw it away. because it was something that you didn't want to see again. And it amazes me how we sit up there and we do this type of thing. Not we, but you, the ones who don't support your child. When nobody's saying act like all kumbaya, everything has to be perfect, when a person tells you who they are, why you just can't believe them and support them. This is a very mean world to take a child and throw it away. But I'm going to stand on y'all. I want to talk about the supportive parents. Because the supportive parents have to go through so much more. They have to try to find ways to help the baby before future references, future things to come. Well, I have to find a way for this, I have to find a way for that, I have to get money for this, I have to get the money for that, I have to get money for surgery, I have to get money for hormones, I have to get money for this, and they have to play this role as far as being happy. 24 hours a day cannot express anything as far as being depressed in front of that child, even though it's killing them because they know what this world can do to them. And it's sad, but it is real. Hashtag we support transgender parents. 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 And I do mean this, even the ones who don't support it, you need to put that on their page too. You just want to know why? It make them wake up. Sometimes you got to drop something in somebody's lap and they go, oh, I was not a good parent, was I? My baby's dead. But it's sad. It's really sad. Because at the end of the day, there is not one person walking this earth that's perfect. But people like to live this perfect life. Oh, I have no problem with gay people, I have no problem with trans people. Just better not be one of my kids to be one. Then they got to go. But then they'll be the same ones ask other people for support and help. Oh, Lord, please help me, help me, help me. But you won't even help your own child that's here. Oh, but I believe in God and stuff like that, but you never even saw God. You only read what was wrote. And I believe in God as anyone else, and I pray just as hard as anyone else. But you're actually going to something that you read. You haven't met God. You haven't seen God. We're going by things that we read about God. You have not seen Him, but you've seen your child. You know you are a spirit inside of a flesh of a body. You know that when you leave that body, you will be reborn again and reincarnated back over into this life again. But that's just me. I'm not going to that. But like I said before, we support transgender people, transgender parents, because we support transgender parents, because my thing is this, you have no idea what that parent is going through, knowing that any day their child could die, and not by just being murdered. We're never going to talk about that. But their child commits suicide. Their child could be murdered. But most times when it comes down to parents who support their child have a better chance of having a better life versus the one that gets thrown on the street. Anyway, subscribe to my channel. I want to hear feedback on this. Like I said, hashtag we love transgender parents. Hashtag we love transgender parents. Hashtag we love transgender parents. And I understand we don't love all our parents, but you have to understand, well, you don't have to, but hopefully you will open your heart and realize that that parent is going through a lot more in reference to having a trans kids and stuff. And basically that suicide rate is so high and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that in reference to anyone else is that their life is much more better, but the thing about it is that transgender parents do not get enough love like they need as far as standing their truth and helping their child. And a lot of times I watch videos in reference to trans parents and stuff, they go through a lot. It hurts them to hear the mean things that people say. The same things you say to a trans person, talk about them, the parents hear it. Those parents hear the negative things you say about their child. Those parents hear the negative things you say about someone else's child. They hear it all. They hear everything. And some of them won't even say anything as far as speaking out, because you know why? It creates too much energy and stuff to get herself or himself worked up to try to get you to realize that my child is here. And like I said before, many times people will always give the best advice, and some of them never even experienced advice. They don't even know what it's like to be with. Okay, let's talk about me for a second. Like I said before, me myself, I went through the same thing with the one who birthed me and stuff like that. I want to make this video about her, but she needs to stand in her truth, what she needs to stand into, and no child should go through their whole life without a parent. And me myself, I've come to terms with the woman who birthed me and stuff like that, and I always feel as though, like, I try to tell people, you know, just because a person has a baby don't make them a parent. Just because a person has a baby does not make them a parent, it just makes them a baby maker, to me. To be a parent is something very strong. Be a parent is someone that's supportive. Sometimes you're not going to be happy with your child's decision, but you don't throw their child away. Sometimes parents don't understand that part. You gave birth to a spirit. Now, you didn't give birth to you. You gave birth to a spirit that be introduced to you from God. And it's funny because those routes tend to go out when you want to get things done your way or doing everything. I don't want to go down. I'm about to go somewhere else. Anyway, like I said before, we love transgender parents. Hashtag put in the comments, we love transgender parents. I want your feedback of this. Did you know that? Did you know that when that parent has a child like that, that's little, even some to the adults, still get hurt so bad sometimes to hear all the negative things that people say about their child. Some parents fight back. Some parents go to war for their child. God bless you. I love you, transgender parents. I love you. I applaud you. You do not get enough praises for what you go through. The mentalness, the abuse, and everything else that you have to endeavor. Families breaking up and everything for you standing with your child. God bless you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And like I said before, subscribe to my channel at the top. There's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I will follow you back. And my light is always messed up, but anyway, I'm cheap. I'll get a new one. Could have been got a new one, but I have it. Anyway, let you know I love you. And thank you for watching. Catch the rain.